Welcome back, everyone, to episode 14 of our top 5 PvP battles. If you guys want to send in your clips for a top 5 PvP submission, send it in to KristoferESO at hotmail.com. And without further ado, we have got Nelloff on the Magicka Warden coming in with an insane bomb on that red stack. What is that? 6 dead bodies on the stack there, but there are so many red players, and Nelloff, he hit that stack alone, but now he's got his friendly player here to help him out in the middle, and they're just going to throw down a bunch of heals, prevent the res here, and just try to lay out some AoE damage on top of this big group here. And Nelloff is taking a lot of pressure from the remaining red players here. There's still at least 10 red players attacking them. And he tries to get... Oh, there's a great stun off the lightning staff there and the deep fissure. The DK reacts with his leap right away. And Nelloff actually takes a ton of damage from behind there. Decides to go into his tree ultimate here to tank it out. Gets another great stun off on this guy here. Finishing off another player on top of the stack as his friendly player goes around the rocks, pulling just a huge amount of red players with him. Oh my god, look how many red players we have here. So many people going for the res. Nelloff getting another bash there, preventing the res. Gets another great deep fissure, getting great coverage with the deep fissure in this fight here. Lots of damage, but taking a lot of pressure from behind. The Warden's Vines coming in so handy, just working overtime here. And as you can see, there's a ton of red, and they have managed to pick up quite a few of their dead, and more red are coming. The situation is looking dire. Nelloff is trying to hold out for his ultimate here, and here we go. A lot of incoming pressure. He's forced to use the healing ultimate, and it's not enough. Awesome fight, my man. So moving on to number 4, we have got Bercho with a duo Magicka Sorcerer, and they have got a ton of DC up on the top of this hill here, and Bercho and his friendly Sork project are just going to put a bit of damage into the side of the group. They managed to pick off a first kill there, putting a lot of pressure into the second player. However, he's just going to kite back into the group, and Bercho and his friendly player are just going to be patient. They want to pull this group out into a position where they can actually fight them, and here you see a lot of damage coming in on Project as Bercho tries to put a bit of pressure into these guys, gets hit by an unfortunate javelin. Project taking a huge amount of damage. Bercho going for that resto ultimate on the friendly players, saving Project there. Really great team play. So many great Sork duos. You guys keep sending them in. Oh my gosh. And there we see the split yet again as the blue group chases Project. Bercho splits through them and gets a Nightblade to chase him here. Manages to pull this guy off on his own, so he's just going to shield up and set the combo on this guy with the execute. There's the stun into the frags. So clean. Doesn't even need the streak to ensure the finish there. Really nice. And now he's just going to put some pressure into the side of the group. There's one kill on the first blue player there. Gets a great stun on this guy. Goes for the finish. However, he is unable to commit. Goes for his resto ult, knowing that a lot of blue are going to put pressure on him here, and he takes a lot of damage. However, the resto ult is going to help him tank that out. He goes for the shields as well, and is just going to do a little bit of a kite back around the side here and pull these guys into this spot in the middle of these broken ruins. And, of course, his friendly Sork project has come around the corner here, and now they are both working together. There's a huge meteor coming down on the enemy player there, trying to get some kills here, just putting damage into separate targets, both pressuring different targets. But Bercho is actually attacking a target that is attacking Project, so the guy he's attacking is not paying attention, and he finishes off the first target there, switches to Project's target as well, and they quickly finish him off, and now it has quickly become a 2-on-3. That blue group so fast going down. Oh my god, another kill there. And now Bercho's just going to split. He's got a Nightblade coming in out of stealth there. Huge gank followed by the leap on the DK. A massive heal up there. And his shields, I think Project threw him a healing ward as well. And then Bercho is just going to turn and burn these guys. Oh my gosh, the last DK here. Tries to hold block to sit it out, but does not have the juice. And down he goes as well. All right, guys, so coming in at number 3, we have got Samislikvander on a Magicka Nightblade no stealth build. And here you can see he's got 5 red players on top of him here, putting a lot of pressure. 6 red players, I think, on top of him. And he's just going to do his best to tank it out. There you see he's on bare minimum resource, getting that super clutch shade back behind the group, managing to throw them off a little bit here, and just coming back with his heals there. Puts a lot of damage into this guy and actually manages to take the first player down. Huge combo there, and just going back into his heals here, kiting around the trees, resetting his shade, of course. And now Sammy's just going to stop the res there with the bash and get a Resto Heavy off following the bash. Super classy play to make sure he gets that Resto Heavy uninterrupted by that player. And he just takes a nasty Fossilize there, goes for his shields there, goes for the fear. Big amount of damage coming in after that fear from the enemy players. Gets his precognition, I believe, manages to kite back out of that, and then goes for another fear here. And I actually really love how he's playing this build. He's just tanking it out, using his terrain, and as soon as he has too much pressure on top of him, he makes sure to push everybody off with the fear and turn and burn. There you see a huge amount of damage with that bow, and Sammy's just trying to pick that combo. Manages to put more damage into this guy. He does not heal himself. He ends up getting killed after his dodge roll there. Good timing on Sammy's part to land that shot. And now he's just going to shred into this guy as he attempts to go for a res. However, the opposing DK puts up his wings, and that is always a tough thing for a Magicka Nightblade to deal with the Dragon Knight's wings, taking huge damage from his leap as well. But there we see how durable is this build. Oh my god, he goes for the turn and burn again, but unfortunately the DK shuts him down with the wings. Sammy says, all right, we're just going to switch to the Warden here, and puts huge damage into that Warden. Oh my gosh, right away, just shredding through his hit points, and the DK jumps back on top of him. Sammy just resetting all his healing buffs and then going back for offensive pressure on the Warden. The Warden cannot deal. He does not have anything to deal with that amount of pressure. The DK manages to get a res, but Sammy doesn't panic. Quickly brings the player down. 17k off his bow. Oh my god. That's absolutely nuts. And now he's just going to continue to fight the DK, and another friendly player comes in, just swinging a few wrecking blows, and they quickly finish off the DK. Excellent fight, my man. And coming in at number 2 this week, we have got Jedi Nodnarb returning, this time on a Magicka Warden. And this is a pretty incredible fight. To be perfectly honest, this and the number 1 fight, it was very hard to choose the number 1 slot. So without further ado, there you see, Jedi is just going to bring down the first player there, just at a distance, using that maximum distance off of his deep fissure, just playing it a little safe, trying not to attract too much attention from this yellow group before he has to commit to the offense. Manages to get this guy as he's going for the res into the ultimate there. Commits all the way to the back of the group. I really like that split with great amount of AoE coverage. Gets the deep fissure coming back. Huge amounts of damage, bringing 2 players down there as well. And Jedi's just going to take a lot of pressure from these guys, but go into his defensive abilities, reset his offensive ability. There we see a huge deep fissure again off the stun there. Goes for another stun, preventing the res. Doesn't commit to the offense there just to stop the guy from resing. Really nice. And now he's going to go for a bit of damage on the guy in the rear there. Weaving the bash in between the offensive combo. You guys know I love to see that. That is such great gameplay. And now he's just going to continue to pressure these guys. Goes for huge amounts of damage on this guy here, bringing him down. This player manages to get the res. However, Jedi's reach with that AoE, oh my god, he brings down the back player, puts some damage into the werewolf that just got rezzed, and that guy hightails it out of there, and now Jedi is left to fight this last Dragon Knight. And Jedi is just going to put some big pressure into him. However, the DK is pretty chunky. There he tries to go for a res. Not the best idea, as Jedi gets the bash on him with the full offensive combo. And you see how much damage it does to the DK's hit point pool. And he decides to back it up a little bit. Jedi turns and quickly brings down one of the 2 new players that have shown up here. Gets another stun on this DK here, trying to work him. However, enemy player's Earthgore throws that DK a huge heal. And Jedi just decides to pull back to where he has another body here. This guy just got the res, but Jedi gets another great coverage with that AoE, yet again landing that deep fissure, bringing down not only the resed player, but another player in front. Great combination of attacks. I absolutely love the Magicka Warden's coverage, and now the rest of the group here ends up piecing out, and it's just 2 players left on top of him. A Nightblade deciding to snipe at a distance, and Jedi decides, okay, we're going to kill this Nightblade. There he gets the lightning staff stun into the ultimate, the deep fissure. He's getting so many heals from that Templar, however, it's not enough. Jedi brings him down, gets a huge stun off on this guy on the Templar inside his ultimate. Templar reacts well to the damage, healing himself right away. Really great job going into his block, and Jedi is denied the ability to bring him down. Just goes for a recycle on his defensive buffs as he's taking a lot of pressure from some Nightblades out of stealth here as well, and just kites right back up to the top of this little tower portion here. And this little piece of terrain here is great because it's just going to cut off the line of sight, and that's what he wants to do, preventing that range damage. Huge combo. Oh my god, bringing another player down there. Massive damage. And Jedi decides to just kind of sit that stun out. He does have enough stam to break it later on, but he wants to save that stam for the ultimate. Huge damage with his ultimate there to bring down another player, and then Jedi decides that he's just going to pull back out of this position here with his mist form and just reset yet again as he's a little lower on his resource and hit points, and the yellow don't follow, so Jedi comes back out, opening up on this player here. This guy does a good job dodging Jedi's incoming stuns, and then ends up jumping off the edge, so Jedi is just going to head back towards his stack of bodies here. Lots of damage into the player that was just rezzed there. He wants to keep this guy down. However, he's taken damage from the other players, wants to keep himself safe as well. That nasty draining shot stun. There we see Jedi gets the bash, goes for the deep fissure, brings down the one player, brings down another player in his deep fissure there, and that is where the clip cuts off. So excellent fight, my man. And finally, guys, coming in at the #1 slot, we have Pelican ESO yet again with a #1 slot on his Magicka Sorcerer, and this fight is, well, absolutely incredible. So as you guys can see, he brings down the first blue player on the front of the outpost here, brings down another player. Great stun into the curse combo there, bringing him down, and Pelican's just going to kite through them, getting great stun coverage and reset his shields here. And I love this. Look at him weave in that heavy attack on his sword and board bar to get some stam back, because he's going to have to be doing quite a bit of bashing here to keep the bodies down. There we see another heavy attack weave as he kites around the side. Brilliant gameplay, and there we see it again with the interrupt. Oh my god, just so clean, preventing this guy from getting the res, and that's all he's really doing here, just continuing to bash this res and tank these guys out, wasting everyone's resource. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of pressure from the blue, and Pelican is just going to keep trying to tank this out. There he gets another nice clean heavy attack off. Oh my gosh, how much stamina has he got back from those heavy attacks? Sneaky little ones to make sure that he sticks to enough stamina here. Goes for his pet around the corner, trying to lure the blue into it, and this guy comes into the trap. Oh my god, there's the stun into the frags, the execute. So clean. Pelican's just going to go for pressure on the archer there, reset his buffs after taking the smack there, and reopen on these guys again. And here you can see he decides to put pressure yet again into the archer, but the blues jump on top of him. A lot of damage coming from this Sork, and Pelican's just going to reset his shields and just be patient here. He wants to take that archer down. A lot of unfortunate damage, and of course healing debuffs coming from that archer. Very low HP. There we see the finish. Really nice, and Pelican is just going to reset his defensive buffs. We see the heavy attack weave yet again. There is the Atro summon for the stun into the finish. Oh my god, this guy's just hanging on. Pelican finishes him off with the Destro staff there, and now he's going to move on to the Stamsork here, and gets a great stun off on him there. The Stamsork responds with his vigor and rolls, and Pelican is just trying to time the attacks between the rolls here. Gets a really great stun yet again, but this Stamsork holding on with his Troll King. Oh my gosh, Pelican finally brings him down, and now he's just going to go for a few dark deals here as he's going to engage with the rest of this blue group. He wants to finish this, man. He's here for the victory. Gets a first kill there, goes for a huge combo on this guy there with his Atronach. Oh my gosh, to watch a pet Sork just demolish everything that it sees like this, absolutely incredible. And Pelican is going to clean up the entire siege line in just a matter of seconds, and the back end of the blue group here is gone and res themselves. Now Pelican's going to have to deal with them as well. And yet again, he's just going to pick his targets one at a time, looking for the one that he wants to kill here. He sees the lower HP player. Look at that combo. Oh my god. That was almost 100-0. Massive crits to bring that guy down. Gets the Atro stun yet again. Going for the damage on this guy. Great response from that Dragon Knight. Going for the dodge roll off Pelican's big smack there. And he's just going to reset his defensive buffs yet again. And then go for the curse into the stun. Oh my god. So much damage, so clean. And then Pelican has the last player to bring down. And that is it. All right, so if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. Like I had said earlier, if you guys want to submit any footage for a top 5 PvP clips, or if you guys want to submit a build to be featured on the channel, you guys can send it in to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. For our bonus clip today, we have got Samislikvander yet again. He got the number 3 and the bonus slot this week. And just a massive bomb with the Nightblade there. And not only the huge bomb off the bomb blade, but he's going to commit and make sure that nobody's getting these reses here, bringing down these players as they try to go for the res. This guy's getting the heals that he needs. Nope. Oh my god, look at the damage. Holy man, look at the damage off that bow. And a huge shout out to everyone who submitted the clips. Check out these fine channels in the description below, guys. We've got links to everybody's channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys want to catch me live on Twitch, you guys can check me out. Link to my Twitch is down below in the description. And finally, guys, we are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to ESO, and they're free to try. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.